I say to you, I don't want you going on that girl's trip.
Can I ask
how
why?
you gonna be like, nah?
Can I ask why?
Because I said so.
So that's not a good, okay.
It is.
Why?
It is. You know why it is? Because did you hear what I just laid out? I'm coming with big energy. I said.
So you feel because you're a provider, you can just say this is what it is and not give her any communicate a reason why?
I'm not saying because I'm a provider. I'm telling you what I'm saying right now. I'm saying because I'm him. It's more than just being a damn provider. It's more than just being a provider. All that your homegirls be going through, you don't go through none of that. You straight. You the envy of your homegirls. Like, ooh, he got a brother type. No, when a dude hold it down the way he's supposed to hold it down, and he say to you, nah, I don't want you doing that, you supposed to be like, okay. That's it.
Last week on Ladies First.
I was going to ask if you were religious or if you were Christian, because it says two become one flesh. And so when we two become one flesh, it's not about you. It's both of y'all. So you're speaking, and I get that you might just be dating right now, but if you're married, that's why they were asking, is there going to be a change? Because two become one flesh. So if he says no, that's no.
Well,
so that's my question. Are you coming from a secular view, or are you coming from like a religious? Like, do you believe in that?
Come on, my sister in Christ.
Go ahead, Jess. Or are you just spiritual?
Jess, go ahead.
I wouldn't call myself religious. My boyfriend and I, we both believe in God. I understand that that's a dynamic. All I'm saying is that if we become married, the dynamic of me or him taking a solo trip or doing things without each other, we don't find that as a couple to be disrespectful. So that's just what I'm coming at. Y'all are saying you need to ask permission to do everything with your man. Men don't ask permission for women to do anything.
Because we're men, we don't have to.
So you're not religious,
men,
right?
We don't have to. We're not the same. You're women and we're men. You're not the same. And no matter how much the world wants to change and try to change everything, no, you don't get to do that. Okay? Because when it boils down to it, if you're in any type of situation where you're in trouble, we're the ones that have to stand in front of you and put ourselves in danger to protect you. You don't get to be in charge if we have to sacrifice our very livelihood to make sure you're safe. And in this lie that you sitting up here telling, oh, well, women go on girl trips to be whores, period.
That is so immature and narrow-minded thinking.
You go on
you don't have any proof of that. I've been on several girl trips. Like, stop projecting your own insecurities. You don't know what the fuck.
One second. Let him finish and then you can. 1 second. Let him finish.
On girls trips to be whores.
This guy's corny as hell. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Trips to
no, they don't.
Do things that they can't do in front of their husband.
Y'all are talking about a particular type of
go to Turks and Caicos.
And 1 second, please. I'm not being
fucking idiot.
1 second, please. I'm not being accused of being a sim today. I'm not being accused of being for the brotherhood today. I will let you talk. If anybody interrupts, I'm going to mute y'all and I'm going to drop y'all. Okay? And then I'll bring you back again.
I was talking and he cut me off, but it's cool. I'm done with
this. You've been talking for 2 hours.
That's why I said I'm done. Don't worry about it.
Well, at the end of the day, it's about the whole entire thing. And the reason why there are so many problems with relationships nowadays is because women of today are entitled and spoiled. You think you're supposed to always have your fucking way, which is why if somebody else comes in and starts talking, oh, no, I don't want to hear that. I'm done anyway because you guys don't agree with what I'm saying. Grow up.
I think you should grow up to assume that every girl trip, everybody is fucking. That's a very immature, limited mindset. No, it's not. You sound crazy to assume that every girl that goes on a girl trip is out here
That's
on
the
girl
main
trips.
reason
That's
why the
weird as
STI
fuck.
rate is so
All
high.
y'all think about is sex
That's
nonstop.
the main
You old
reason
as hell.
why.
You old as hell
That's
with
the
no
main
wife,
reason
no
why.
relationship, and assuming that
That's
every
the main
woman
reason
that's going out of
why.
town is fucking you. Grow up.
That's the main
That's
reason
a
why
very
the
immature mindset.
STI
I've been
rate.
on several girls trips, and I have
I'm sure you
never been
have.
around women.
Jazz, Fatty
who really-
asked
I'm sure
you
you
to
have.
let the man talk.
I'm sure
Well,
you
no,
have.
I don't give a fuck no
I'm sure
more.
you have. The
So you don't,
that's
you
the
don't
reason
give a fuck
everyone.
about what? Hey, Angryman, 1 second. And this is what I'm
Because he
talking about.
said I'm immature. That's an immature
Jazz,
mindset to
no,
assume that.
Jazz.
Lame as
No,
hell.
Jazz, 1 second, Jazz.
Goofy.
Jazz, you been saying things that we disagree for hours. Nobody is calling you names. Nobody is saying that but there's the thing. If I say most men in bachelorettes are going to get their dick rubbed by a random stripper, if it's not me, I'm not going to say that's immature. It's not me.
What I'm saying
No, just stop. If you go to Ibiza, if you go to Miami, if you go to Las Vegas, if you go to these places where women go to celebrate girls' night out, half of them are wilding. And it might not be you it might not be you, Jess. You might be the responsible girl that is outside. You drink very few, you don't dance on people and all that. But if we make a statement that most of these women that are going on girls' night house are not just going there for the music, like they say, for drinking. They are going there for getting attention from men, drinking skimpy for men to look at them and all that. And you're saying that's immature. How is reality immaturity?
Because that is not the reality. That is your perception, and you're trying to make it a reality. Sure, there are times where there are women, young women who are hot and want to be outside and do all of that. But he's saying that every girl's trip, women are out here doing that. That is not the case, and that is an immature. That's immature thinking.
What if you say most?
No, I can't. No, it's not most.
How do you know?
How many? How do you know? How many girls?
How do you know? How do you know?
How do you know? How do you know? I've been on girl trips. Have you?
No, respectfully.
As Angryman?
You said these,
Okay,
right? So he gives his
ain't
opinion.
No,
Jazz is not that. Jazz is not that. If he gives his opinion and is immature, what makes your opinion immature?
Because I am not limited. I'm considering the nuance. I can agree that maybe there are some women who go out of town and engage in stuff like that. When they get together, they get all freaky and shit. I get that. But he's making a blanket statement that this is what all women are doing when they go on girl trips, when they go out of town with each other. And I'm saying that is
then why you can't take your husband with you?
That is not
why you can't take your husband
it's a
with
girls trip.
Why you can't take you? Well, check this out. You give up the ability to have girls trips when you get married. Grow the fuck up.
In some relationships, that's the dynamic, and that's okay. In others, there are thriving relationships where that's not the case.
Ma'am, you said that you were mature. You said that you were mature, right? So if you're mature, give me an opportunity to make my statements without being interrupted since you're mature.
Right. Okay. Make sure your statement is mature then.
I don't have to make sure anything.
You should if you're having this conversation because you already started with an immature mindset.
I'm asking you to be mature and allow me to speak.
You first.
I'm asking you to be mature and allow me to speak. You being
mature has nothing to make a mature statement.
You being mature has nothing to do with telling
me. Make a mature statement, Angryman. Damn.
You being mature it has nothing to do with telling me.
Nigga, damn.
You said you have a boyfriend. Boss him around.
Boy,
you ain't gonna boss me around.
I ain't gonna boss you around. Calm down. You so
mature.
You're so such a slave to your ego.
I am extremely calm right now.
Yeah, I know. And I'm so crazy. Crash out, Jazz. Here I go.
No,
because it's just a lack of patience. You're coming on here saying one thing. So go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish.
Can I speak?
I'm waiting.
Thank you. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, at the end of the day, doing what you want is for children, not for adults. Once you become married or in a long-term relationship, you give up the me's for we. You give up the I for us. Okay, so if your man says, I don't want you going on a girl trip, if you respect him, you'll say, okay. That's the end of it. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, y'all insecure and y'all want to boss women around and da. Grow the up. For the love of God, you and every other woman that operates like that. And to sit here and say that women don't go on girls' trips to be freaky. Most of them are down there in Jamaica getting oiled up by some strange dude rubbing on their biscuits and you gonna sit here and try to tell us like, bro, we not naive. We know what go on.
No, you don't.
We know exactly what go on.
You're talking about an experience in Jamaica that everybody can get. I've seen men getting oiled and mudded up too.
If you go on a trip to Turks and Caicos and your man live in New York, I don't know nobody that can see that far. So he don't know what the hell you doing.
Facts.
He gotta trust what you say.
And what's wrong with that?
My thing is, why even put yourself in a position to where he has to question what you're doing?
But why would he have to question anything if he can trust me? If I'm going to do something, I could do it in town, out of town.
I don't trust nobody but God.
If we have trust in our relationship, it doesn't matter where I am. He can't. I could be cheating on him when I go to work. I could be cheating on him when I go to the gas station. I could be cheating on him wherever. It doesn't matter the location. A cheater is going to cheat.
Yeah, yes,
if you have respect
Okay,
and love in relationship,
okay, but here's the thing.
And love and
here's
trust
the thing.
in your
Here's the thing with
relationship,
that.
it doesn't matter. That's why if my man said I'm going on a bachelor party, have fun. Sure, you might engage. Maybe your friend is into strippers, but I trust my man.
here's
Not
the
Can he
thing.
go? Can he go to a stripper club? Can he go to a stripper club? 1 second, Am. Can he go? Can he go to a stripper club?
Sure.
Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. Here's the thing. That was a nice try, but no. There's a huge difference between you going to work, you going to the grocery store, you going to your regular routine. It is much easier for me to notice something is off about what you're doing when you're going to work, when you're going to the grocery store. If you're cheating in that aspect in your everyday life, I'm gonna notice something's off. But when you get on a plane and go somewhere else, that's a whole other thing. And then me co-signing it, saying, yeah, go ahead with your homegirls and all of that. When half the time you got homegirls that don't even want you to be with your nigga. Half the time you got homegirls that's trying to get you caught up in some shit so you and your nigga won't be together. So y'all can keep having girls trips. No,
yeah, so
I don't volunteer for that.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying, Angryman, but you're generalizing something that is not something that's happening in mass, sweetheart.
Okay, fair enough.
So what I'm saying is this: I get it. There are those things that happen, but what I'm saying is it's not the case for all of the time. And you're saying that, well, I'm able to notice a little bit more if you're cheating at work. That's what you think. But what I'm saying is, regardless if I'm in the town or out of town, if I'm going to cheat on you, I'm just going to do that. And you may not pick up on it. What I'm saying is, you can't automatically assume that when a woman is going out of town with her friends, that is a setup for you to get cheated on.
What Angryman is trying to
No. Hey, Jazz, you can do that. Like literally last week, you generalized the whole cop community. You said if you're a cop. No, you said if you're a cop, I don't trust you. You literally said that. You didn't say if you're a black cop, white cop, tall cop, local black cop.
But I have proof as to why I believe that.
Yes. If I make a statement, you don't have to reply immediately. What I'm saying is that what is wrong with generalizing and saying people will do more risky behavior when they know they can be caught, when there's no friends around, no family around, nobody around. What is wrong with saying, yes, if your girl goes to Miami, it's more probable she cheats on you than in Nebraska where everybody knows her?
If you have a girl that lacks integrity and doesn't respect you, sure, you have that. You have to take that.
So would that be the same thing with cops? If I have integrity, don't matter if I am a cop.
My thing about cops, I don't trust them, period. But I have facts. I have facts to show.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Jazz, here's the thing. Look. Here's my position on this, right? So if I, a man, married you if I put a ring on your finger, and I'm talking about the kind of ring that every time somebody look at your hand, they like, ooh, like, well, oh my God, like, and I've dedicated myself to you in front of God and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a provider, I'm a breadwinner, I'm holding it down, I'm laying the proper pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And I say to you, I don't want you going on that girl's trip.
Can I ask
how
why?
you gonna be like, nah?
Can I ask why?
Because
Is
I
that okay?
said so.
So that's not a good. Okay,
It
but
is.
why?
It is. You know why it is? Because did you hear what I just laid out? I'm coming with big energy. I said,
So you feel
no,
because you're a provider, you can just say this is what it is and not
no,
give her any,
no.
not communicate
I'm not
a
saying.
reason
I'm
why.
not saying because I'm a
You
provider.
can give her
I'm
a reason,
saying.
but
I'm
that's what you just
saying.
said, Angryman.
I'm not saying. I'm saying. I'm telling you what I'm saying right now. I'm saying because I'm him. It's more than just being a damn provider. It's more than just being a provider. All that that your homegirls be going through, you don't go through none of that. You straight. You the envy of your homegirls. Like, ooh, he got a brother type. No, when a dude hold it down the way he's supposed to hold it down, and he say to you, nah, I don't want you doing that, you supposed to be like, okay. That's it.
I get what you're saying, Angryman, but all if that's the dynamic that works for you, cool. If I said, babe, I'm going on this bachelorette, and he just said, no, I don't want you to, and I ask him why, and he just says, because I said so, that wouldn't work for me. So that's a
Then
relationship I
you
don't
need to be
understand,
single.
because I don't understand why you just can't communicate the
Then you
why.
need to
Why
be-
is it just because I'm a man? That's not fair.
Listen, check this out. Check this out. Life ain't fair.
That's not
But check this out.
protection either.
Check this out. Check this out. Listen. When I first met my wife, we were just dating,
Somebody
right?
married you?
She had absolutely.
God bless.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And guess what? And guess what? That woman is in the lap of luxury. She don't got to work if she don't want to. Everything is taken care of. She good. 100%.
That's good. God bless you, Angryman, for real.
100%. So when I first met her, she said to me that her friends was going on a girls trip. And she's like, would I be upset if she went on a girls trip?
Mm-hmm.
I said, no, you can go. You just ain't gonna have no man when you come back.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that before. Well, not to me, but I've heard men say that.
I mean, that's it. Like, I'm not going to see. Here's the thing. This is where y'all get it mixed up about men being controlling. Me saying I want you to do X, Y, Z, and then you say why, and I say because I said so. It's not me being controlling, because you still got an option. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. You can still do. You can do whatever you want. We just ain't gonna be together after you do whatever you want.
Right. That's not leaving a person an option. That's not giving a person an option. You're telling them we're together, but if you don't do what I say, you can do what you want. But if you don't do what I say, we're not going to be together. Knowing that woman still wants to be with you, she's obviously going to concede. That's manipulation. She's obviously going to concede. She's obviously going to concede to what you say because she doesn't want to
extrapolating that across
so
everything.
that's not a real option you're giving.
You're extrapolating.
That's manipulation.
Come on, Yosha. Go ahead.
You're extrapolating that across everything. I'm not talking about everything.
Yosha got something to say.
Wait a minute. I'm not saying that if you put the freaking toilet paper on the roll wrong and I don't like that, well, we ain't gonna be together. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about serious issues, like you saying you going on a girl's trip.
A girl's issue is a serious issue for you?
Girl trip, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We just got difference of opinion, babe. I don't know. I'm not of this. I'm not of that. Like, I don't date men who be like, oh, she's going on a girl trip. She might cheat on me. Oh my God. Like that. It's weird to me. But if that's how y'all coming.
Well, look, there's a whole lot of stuff in this day and age that seems to be weird to y'all women, and it seems to be contrary to what actually works. It seems to be contrary to traditional relationships.
Well, I mean, that's fine. Everybody doesn't have to be in a traditional relationship to be happy.
Can I say something real quick? Angryman, I agree with you 100%. That man is married, okay? So he can say stuff.
And I salute. I really do.
And I caught that shade too, Judge. You watch.
I did throw
That
some
man
shade,
didn't do-
Angryman,
that
and I'm
man didn't
sorry.
do nothing to you.
Sometimes I can't help myself, Angry. I'm sorry.
I understand, me too. But it's a we thing. I think what you're missing is the we. Once you
I get it.
do you
But my thing is, Leosha, we're in a relationship, so I'm going to communicate. We're communicating.
right?
It's not
I
like
think
I'm not.
what
It's
you
not.
wait a minute, Jazz. Wait, because you keep using that word communicate. It's a difference between communicate and comprehension, right? So the fact that y'all are communicating, cool, great, that's amazing. It's so much that falls into communication. It's so much that falls into a relationship. Once you get in a relationship, he's not manipulating you just because he don't want you to go on a dang on girls trip. It's about the respect of y'all being y'all. It's we. You got to take the I out just because you want to do it and you feel like you should do it. Mind you, I am a single woman. All right. I'm saying this as a single woman.
Yeah.
If you want to do those things, and I don't think what he was saying was manipulation. He gave her a choice.
No,
Like,
I
you
don't.
got a choice. You can go if you want to go, but you're not gonna have to.
That's
Leosha,
not a choice.
one second, Jess. Respond to both of us. You know what? You know what communication is? Talk to me until I change your mind. That's actually every man knows this. Women are the experts in trying to take the conversation to overtime, double overtime, triple overtime until you say, okay, well, go ahead and do it. Because they try to break you. That's actually the true form of manipulation. Is I will communicate something to you, you are going to say no, and I'm going to talk with you over and over and over again. And because men don't want to fight with their woman, they're going to say, okay, fine, go get the car, go get the house, go get this, go get that. That's the true definition of communication. There's nothing more communication than no. Are we there yet? No. Can we buy these? No. Can I go there? No. That's true communication. The man is being very short and being very precise with his instruction. You just want to keep talking because you want to break him by exhaustion. Is a death by 1,000 cuts. We know how you do it. We know how people move. So please, once again, let's stop with this about communication, because when women say communication, they never want to communicate like men do. We don't do the 10,000 words. It's short. If you are a good communicator, you are going to adapt to my form of communicating. You asked me for something. I told you no. You are a good communicator. You already heard it. Let's move along. Go ahead, Angryman, and then we have to move along.
It's clear. Here's the thing. It is a choice, and it's clear communication. Because one, I'm saying, look, I can't force you to do anything. You can choose to do that thing that I agree with in that moment, or you can choose to do what you want to do. But if that's a deal breaker for me, then I'm not going to accept that. We're going to have to.
So she's obviously going to.
And hold on, that's clear communication, as opposed to me not liking it and agreeing with it, and then you go on the trip, and then when you come back, I'm gonna be passive aggressive, or maybe I go out and cheat because I'm assuming that you're cheating. See,
that's so immature.
Communication.
That's so toxic, Angry, to assume.
But that's what people do.
That's not what people. That's what
I'm
sorry to say. That's what insecure people do.
Yes, please. Jess,
a lot of people are insecure.
Yes, listen to what he's saying on a day-to-day basis, right, Jess? Think about it. How many men on this panel went to their woman and asked, hey, I'm going to go play basketball with my friends? And she says, okay, fine, you can go. That's the worst form of communication. You clearly don't want him to go. You want to spend time with him. Like most men went through this. I'm going to play PlayStation with my friends. As soon as they hear the beep, here we go, right? Woman will tell you, okay, go, when he's literally, no, stay over here. I don't want you to go there. And now I'm going to get the attitude and the cloud over your ass for 2 days because I did something that you told me was okay to do. This happens all the time, Jess. So men want to avoid that. And instead of saying, go ahead and do it, and then pause for 3 weeks because you went ahead and did it, men are being clear communicators and tell you, don't do it. I know what my reaction. I know, Jess. I know what my reaction will be. So if I want to be a good boyfriend or a good husband, I will do what Angryman says. I'm going to tell you the consequences of you doing that. Did you know what I do? Know somebody that does that? Our dads. Oh, you want to go out? If you don't get home by 10, I don't think you are going to make it. If you're going to go to this place or you're going to bring somebody to our house, you're going to have to get your new house because you're not going to live under mine if I didn't give authorization. A man coming to you and tell you this is my boundary. If you do this, we are not going to be together anymore is the most precise, clear form of communication because now you can make a choice knowing exactly what's going to happen if you break that. Y'all want to live in a world where we just say yes, baby, or it depends, baby, or plausible a world of plausible deniability where you can come and go, and if I actually confront you, now is but you didn't tell me that, but you didn't say that, but you didn't inform me of that. Either you want us to inform our boundaries, and so you know exactly what happens, or you don't. We can play both games. Either we're good communicators or we're not. So pick one.
So all I'm saying is this. Like, I get it. If these are the dynamics that work for y'all, great. If it's a I say so type of thing, because you feel like you're a man, that's how you should be authoritative over your woman. That's y'all. But I think in a healthy relationship, one partner doesn't get unilateral control over the other's choices. So saying because I said so, it's dismissive, it's controlling, and it shuts down the communication instead of explaining the concern, which will have her consider the why. So it's not really fair or respectful in the relationship. If we're about we and we both desire respect, I don't understand if you say no and I ask why and you say I say so, how you can deem that as being respectful to your partner.
You didn't listen.
I think, just give me a second. I think a fairer response would involve sharing the feelings or like reasoning, like, okay, why? Because I'm worried about your safety, or I'm insecure about this, or just whatever it is that you may be saying.
Jazz.
I don't think it's wrong.
Hey, Jazz. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask.
Angryman, let me ask you a question. Angryman, of all decisions, big, small, like, what is the percentage of yes your woman gets? 90%, 80%, like things that you kind of like, oh, go ahead and do what you need to do. Like, what will be the percentage of yes that she gets?
Probably 90.
Is it fair on the 10% of things? 1 in 10? Is it fair for me to say no because I said so? If I give you yes,
It's rude.
No,
that's
Jess,
how y'all do it. Then go
Jess,
on.
answer that. Jess,
You're not nobody's daddy.
Jess, 1 second. Angryman.
Actually,
can you stop, Jess? Jess, can you stop?
Jazz.
Angryman is an established man. He doesn't have to do that, and he does it. Regular man probably is 95%. I'm telling you. So if I tell you in 100 tries that you come to me, 190 to 95. Yes, baby, you can change the curtains. Yes, baby, you can go there. Yes, baby, you can buy this. Yes, baby, you can go in vacation. Yes, baby, I will buy you a ring. If I give you 95%, 95% or 90, yes, can I tell you 5 times a year, 10 times a year? No, baby. Why? Because I said so. Can I get half that?
But Fatty,
we all have different point of views. If you feel like you say so is the final say and she accepts that, cool. All I'm saying is there are other healthy dynamics to a relationship where you don't have to dismiss. You don't have to dismiss her when she asks why. I think it's
95% is not enough. He has to be 100.
Okay, but here's the thing. You said something, Jazz. That was you
put a
said
leash on her. Put a muzzle on her.
You said something that was
your masculinity is rooted in controlling women. That's all this is.
You said something that was partially, and you're trying to control men.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you absolutely
How am I trying to control a man?
Hold on for a second. Because you're trying to get your way no matter what. And by you doing that, that's you controlling him. Hold on for a second. Let me say this. You said something that was partially incorrect. You said, y'all want to control women. You ain't nobody's daddy. If you're a husband, you are absolutely playing that role.
No, a relationship is not a child-parent relationship.
Hold on, let me finish.
That's true.
Stop infantilizing women.
When you get married,
No, that's
There is
still
a
not your child.
ceremony
That's
when
not
you
your
get
child.
married, and I please finish. When you get married, there is a ceremony where your father
Give you
gives
away.
you away to your
Not to be with
husband.
another father.
And
Not to be with another father.
and now you, as the husband, are expected to take
Take
on
the
the
role.
role that
As
the
a father?
took on.
As a father. You
No,
have
no,
to
no,
know
no,
as a father.
no. Hey, Jess,
That's
please.
weird.
Hey, no, Jess, answer what he said. What is the responsibility your husband is not going to have that your father didn't have? Tell me one. You're muted.
The responsibility that my husband is going to have that my father didn't have.
So your father
caring for our family that we create, caring for the child, caring for our family that we create together. When I birth his children, my father is not responsible for that. My husband is, right?
No, Jess, stop there. I'm talking about you. Your father had to protect and provide and to give you structure, make all those things to you. Tell me one thing. Let's not talk about kids, because kids, like you said, you're right. Tell me one responsibility, like Angryman is saying, that your husband is not going to have towards you that your father had. Just one.
A responsibility that my father has.
That your husband is not going to have, yes.
Oh, wait, so we flipping it. A responsibility my father?
No, we're not flipping it. You said you are not my father. And Angryman is telling you,
right.
My responsibility once I actually marry you is to take care of you the same thing your father did. Because
yes, when we become married, we take care of each other. But just because you are
not answering my question.
Okay.
Yes,
one thing, I don't know, one thing that my husband will be responsible for
that your dad didn't have to do, yes.
That didn't have to do?
Yes.
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
There's nothing. Jess, you know, Jess, there's nothing. He's right. You know when they say, "Hey, fatty,
y'all trying to parent your partners. You're trying to parent your woman, and that's not your child.
Yes,
that's the problem.
Yes.
Y'all think that she is your child, and she's not.
Yes. You
it's
couldn't
weird.
Jess, you couldn't come up with one.
Well, what I mean, what?
No, Jess.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
We don't have to do this.
For this conversation.
Jess, we don't have to do this. You have to think. If I ask Angryman, what is the difference between a point guard and a power forward? He's going to tell you 13,000 differences. The point guard dribbles the ball and tries to organize.
My man is going to be responsible for making me orgasm. My man is going to be responsible for caring for my heart. My man is going to be responsible for making sure that he is consistent with dating me and loving me and respecting me on a consistent basis. My man is going to be responsible to take care of my spirit and
ironically,
take care of my body in a way that my father will never make me orgasm.
And ironically, when your man made you orgasm, you was calling him daddy.
No, I didn't. And before you got up here, we already shut that down. We don't use that language over here. So stop.
That's why they like Latinas. They call him Poppy.
Hey, this is the biggest. This is the most disingenuous thing that I ever heard from you, Jess.
How was that? Just what are you asking me to pull things out? Okay, what things that my man will do that my father don't?
Jess,
I want to parent your wives.
We've been hearing this for decades. I want a woman like my mom that nurtures me, take care of me, incentivize me to do things. Like we literally say we want women that care for us like our mom care for us. And you know what women say?
And that's the problem.
Oh, are you f***ing your mom? Are you having sex with your mom?
That's the problem. You shouldn't be looking for a mother in your wife.
No, look, here's the reality. Here's the reality. As a young man, you eventually outgrow your mother. You outgrow the need for your mother's help and all of those different things. As a woman, you never really outgrow your father. You never really do. Because at the end of the day, when you decide to marry a man, if you had a good father, 9 times out of 10, you're going to pick a man who has qualities like your father. When you marry that man becomes your protector, your provider, the same things that your father was. So much to the degree that even when his mother gets to the point where his father passes away, he now has to look out for his mother also. So every man that reaches a certain age, they take on the role of father and husband regardless. And that role entails making sure the people that are under his protection or under his covering are taken care of. It's inescapable. And the idea that you want to say, well, y'all just want to parent your women. Well, maybe we wouldn't have to do that if you wasn't acting like a damn child.
That's crazy.
Jez, do you ever have to parent your parent?
Because it's
Jez, do you ever have to parent your parent ever in life?
Parent my parent?
Yeah, do you ever have to parent your mom? Your dad ever in life? Will you ever have to do that?
No.
You don't think you'll ever have to parent? You don't think your mom will reach a certain age where you got to be like, Mom, shh, keep your mouth shut. Mom, let her do that. Mom, take your medicine. Mom, no, don't. Mom, sit down.
I don't think that's parenting. I think that's caring for your elder.
No, if you look up the definition of parenting, it'll say caring for another.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right?
you like to argue, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to understand the point. I get it.
I'll
You
tell you the
full
point.
control over your woman to feel like a man.
I'll tell you the point, Jazz. I'll tell you the point.
Full control. You got to put your foot on her neck. It's your way or the highway. She's your child. You become her
Here's
father.
the funny thing. Here's the part.
That won't work for me.
Jazz
That's okay,
ain't paying
guys.
attention to.
Control your
Here's the
woman.
part that Jazz ain't paying attention to. Guess what? Guess what? Check this out. Check this out. You know something that my wife would never be cool with? Me going to a strip club.
Okay, that's your wife.
So guess what? Guess what? Unlike you, I'm not even gonna go to her and say, "Hey, I was thinking about going to a strip club." I'm not even. Hold on. I'm not even gonna say that goofy. I'm just not gonna do it. Whereas you want to go and test the waters the same way a child will do.
No, Angry, because you just said something very important.
Let me finish. Let me finish. The same way a child will know that their parent might not want them doing something. Hey, Dad, I wanted to go to this party, and I know my curfew is 11, but the party doesn't end until 12. Can I go to this party? That's you asking to go on the girls' trip.
So what I'm saying is this. That's not the same thing, but what I'm saying is this. You said something very important. You already knew that your wife doesn't want you going to strip clubs. You already know this. You already know. You already know this is not a thing that she likes, but you asked her anyway, already knowing. That's
I didn't ask. That's what I said.
No, okay.
No, flip it. No, flip it.
I said I'm not
flip it. Do most men like monogamous relationship, or they rather like one woman and then one main woman and then have some to decide real quick? Do most men like? They don't, but they sacrifice it. They says we have all these. We're not going to have those no more because Miss Lady wants a ring. We sacrifice the most important to us, which is
that for a family.
No, Jazz, that's the point. Y'all go to men that have all the hoes. Jazz, you said that you have an athlete. How tall is your boyfriend?
He's 6 feet.
6 feet. Do your boyfriend get girls easily? If you wanted to.
Problem with women.
Right? Is your boyfriend the first woman that he got was you, Jazz? Was no, right?
No. He got a
kid. These men that was an athlete that could get easier woman, multiple women says, you know what? I'm not going to have fun with this woman. I'm going to be with this woman that I like. He's not out of he likes monogamy. He just likes you more than he likes the other. And you know what women do? Woman never say, baby, I know you're suppressing yourself and you're sacrificing. You don't get to get another coochie and then come home and take care of you.
Not every man is a slave to the flesh like you. Every man doesn't prioritize. Every man doesn't prioritize.
Hold on, Fatty, hold on. Jazz, let me ask you a question real quick. Jazz, you mean to tell me, so you've never been in a situation where you didn't plan to have sex and you ended up having sex? Never in your life?
What does that have to do with anything?
Answer the question.
But why?
No, answer the question.
Why?
Answer the question.
What does that have to do with the content?
Because once you answer the question, I'm gonna make you understand it.
Just humor him, Jazz. Humor him.
No,
don't humor me. Be honest.
No.
Okay.
Anytime I had sex is because I knew I was gonna have it.
That's not. Yeah.
Hey,
That,
she
Go ahead
that's
and tell me I'm a liar.
disingenuous, but that's disingenuous.
She
But let me
I
ask you a
mean,
question,
what
Jazz.
would
I
be the
was
other
going to
time?
ask you a question.
Or maybe, okay, so what are you saying made me
Okay.
lie?
So have you ever dated two men at the same time and one of them didn't know about the other?
No, because when I was single and I was dating multiple men, they all knew about it. In fact, I would have
Man,
birthdays.
stop
In
lying.
fact,
You lying, man. You
in
lying.
fact,
You lying. You
I am
lying,
not
man.
lying. I don't need to lie to y'all. For what? I'm really listen.
How these men did not know it?
And,
How these men did not know each other by name? Stop.
Hey, friends,
No, because y'all
why are
don't
y'all interrupting her? Let her
exactly because they don't understand. Because they so caught up in the social media, they think people are lying. When I was single, I had suitors. All right,
Come on,
so
Ron.
much that I would invite them all to my birthday party
I know
and
that's right.
introduce everybody. And guess what? One screwing none of them. Okay, so maybe I'm different. I don't know. But I have never had a problem with multi dating. Like I've been on the phone with one guy and receiving flowers at the door from another nigga that ain't even that's from out of town. He literally said, "Oh, is that from one of your suitors?" I said, "It sure is." I have no problem with being honest. When I'm a single woman, I'm a single woman. I don't have to lie to kick it like a lot of you niggas. A lot of y'all.
Okay, but here's the thing. Psych.
Who's calling this? Who's calling this? Who's calling this?
Who?
That's my.
Okay,
No, but it's true. I'm not lying.
But here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
lying.
Here's the thing.
I've never had to be dishonest.
It is.
No, it's fine. Thank you for being honest. Angryman, say something, and we friends.
Okay.
We have to go. Go ahead.
Let me say this. Okay, so first of all, nobody's saying you capping about that. Nobody's saying you capping about that. You're obviously an attractive woman. Nobody doubts.
Like that cap on your head.
Nobody doubts that you've had guys trying to get with you all your life. Nobody doubts that. Okay. But here's the thing. The same way you've had guys trying to get with you, there are guys up here, such as myself, that never had no problem getting women. And there was always women that were sometimes married, sometimes in relationships. I've been in a room with a chick and she be on the phone with the nigga she's supposed to be dating or whatever, pretending like she home alone. So to try to sit here and cap and act like this doesn't go on, because I get what Trey is trying to say, and you know, I suspect even though you're not lying about how many dudes try to holler at you, I do believe you lying about the never having spontaneous sex. I think you're lying about that.
So are you saying like with somebody I just met, like on a first date, or like I'm dating someone?
No, I'm saying that you was kicking it with a dude that you was interested in and you had no plans of having sex and you just ended up having sex.
Okay, yeah, that may have happened.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what Trey was saying. That's what Trey was saying.
You can't be serious.
So I don't get it. What's the point?
Because I asked you that question. You said
no. Okay, so I answered it. So what's your point?
My point is that if you're on a girl's trip, if it happened then, it could potentially happen now.
But I'm in a relationship.
It don't matter.
It does.
I done slept with a million women in relationships. I don't mean nothing.
Okay, but just because you a little slut and a side,
you call me what you want. I'm grown. I'm a single man and I'm grown.
Fatty, I gotta dip out. I want to say appreciate you having me up here. I had to come up here because Jazz was up here wilding out, as she often does, bugging. But salute to everybody. Salute to you, Jazz.
I'm glad I'll be really inspiring y'all. I'll be really shaking y'all's table just by being myself. But I do want to apologize to you because I did call you an idiot and that was wrong. And I'm trying to hold myself accountable. You're not an idiot. You are a little aggressive. You do have a limited mindset when it comes to women, but I apologize for that. And I want to apologize to everybody else on the panel. I am working on it. I do get a little.
I appreciate it. I ain't that sensitive. I appreciate it though. Yeah. But yo, salute to everybody.
And for real, and I respect you in your marriage. Like,
go by the Angryman standard.
Hold up, don't slide yet. I got a feeling you'll like this one or this. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and join the Patreon. Link is in the description below. See you soon.